Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Final Fantasy Brief video, and today we're going to be looking at A2 and 2B in their best in slot. Well, against this enemy, of course, we'll be looking at, but in general as well. So we're going to be looking at A2 first, and I'm going to pause so I can swap gear to 2B, because you're not going to have the same gear on both sides, unless you're like more of a whale than this account is. So we have the Dark Mercenary on A2 since you can equip katanas, and you probably want to do that since it has a lot of attack, more than any greatsword. You know she has 30% greatsword in peril. You're going to be using her with 2B anyways, and 2B has a katana in peril, so just use katana. Invest in the Dark Matter for the Dark Mercenary or the sword for Golbaz, either or. I was able to get both actually, but I'm brag. Anyways, so we got that. We also had Dragoon's Helm because it just has a lot of attack. Magister's Celestite Regular Will. Whatever you want to do, the crown on this side and something high attack on this side, either or. She can equip heavy armor, so that allows you to equip something like Roos's STMR, for example, or the Fist Lady's STMR, for example. I have them, like I said, I never got them yet. Crystal Gloves for a little burst damage. This could be something higher attack. This could be on this. So there's this. If you like to have that unequipped instead. And then I really recommend, hope you guys didn't do this yet. If you've pulled already and you have a whole bunch of them and you haven't fused any of them yet, I hope you watch this video next. So you want to make sure you get 2 A2 TMRs and 2 A2 STMRs. If you need to go out of your way and use your STMR tickets, it is definitely worth it. Her STMR is very valuable on both 2B and A2. And her TMR is very valuable on both of them as well, since it gives 500 flat attack. Plus a lot of other smaller things, but the 500 flat attack is the most important thing. Also 50% killers. So very nice. This is definitely something you need to get 2 of, and I did. I did get 2 of them. As you can see here, I got 2 on both sides. Anyways, we've got 300% Maneater, or Human Killer. We also have 300% Machine Killer. We have 300% LB damage. Her LB is not as important, but it's still important to get that up anyway, if you can, anyways. And this could be something else. This could be a different vision card entirely. I mean, EX3 on this collaboration is going to be very tough for most of you guys. So this could be another vision card, but this is a best in slot video, so I am including the vision card, but I'm saying that you could use anyone else instead of that. So we'll be looking at how to use A2 shortly, but for now we're going to swap to 2B to look at her gear. So here's 2B. They get the same attacks. I'm not going to bother worrying about both sides because they both have the same amount of attack with the same gear. So we're just going to focus on just looking at her base form for right now. So what you could do is you could equip her TMR if you'd like to do that in one of these spots. And you could actually equip Dark Mercenary. I'm going to show you guys what that looks like shortly. Let's look at this first. So she has 300% LB damage, 300% Machine Killer, 300% Human Killer. Much easier than A2 to get on those killers because she has more. I think she has more killer additions than A2 does. And the GF extension could be Ihana's TMR instead. It does give more. So if you have that, I don't have it, so just if you'd like to put that in there. And of course we have these two, and we have the vision card once again, but this could be a lower vision card if you have that. Like the Dragon Quest one that gives 500 flat attack to anybody, which is quite nice. And now let's look at the Dark Mercenary build. Let's see if it's worth it, because right now we have 10,204 attack. Let's see what we have with the other build. And it's only a little bit more. I don't know if it's actually worth it, but it does give a little bit more surprise. I mean, because the 500 flat attack does not include TDH, the TDH mechanic, guys. So if you didn't know that, the 500 flat attack on her STMR does not include any kind of TDH. So that's the reason why the 400 attack Dark Katana here, two-handed Dark Katana, is actually better than her STMR on average. Just like how this katana in Sephiroth is much better than his own event katana that gives him some flat attack, because it's not included. It's just flat attack with nothing worrying about TDH, because it's a secondary stat and not a first stat, as you can see here with all this stuff. So we could go with this for now. we're gonna be giving this back to A2 for the second part of the video. But all right, so man, that's really gonna be it. Both sides can be built the exact same because they're basically the same, with just different abilities and things. But it's basically the same, so that's why I didn't bother gearing for both sides, because I already checked and I made sure that they both have the same attack. So there's no difference, and it's kind of funny. In the grand scheme of things, in a burst turn, her base form is actually where we're going to be doing the most damage, and not her brave shift form. Usually that's the reverse. Usually that is the reverse, but her brave shift form is actually kind of just a setup for her base form's damage. So, with that being said, let's gear ourselves up and let's show you guys our rotation. So I'm not here really to show damage or anything. We're just here to show you guys what you should be doing. So, in a normal Clash Wheels, you'd be setting yourself up for the burst turn on Hateful Blade. So what you do is get her, after her SLB is done, go ahead and after that use her light boost, which gives some modifiers to the Hateful Blade as well. So that you line yourself up for using 2B's base LB. And just for a word of caution, her LB, SLB are delayed slightly, but you can still match it up pretty easily. All you gotta do is wait for her to like do like this, and then you can start chaining. I think I'm gonna show you here in this video right now. I might mess it up, but typically I think I'll probably get it right. So I don't think we even need an imbue or anything. We can probably just do this. So game froze. Okay, my game crashed for some reason. Not sure why that happened. Hopefully it doesn't happen for you guys. Alright, so let's see if we're not going to mess this up or not. So send A2 first, and you can chain. Just like that. So not perfect, because you should be able to get like a 59 chain on a perfect situation, but I think that's good enough. You have 46. So that's kind of how you have to chain the two together. Now let's talk about rotations. So for A2's rotation, like I said, you want to just delay. If you're EX3, you can get yourself EX3, like you can, I don't think it's even worth, like, I think it's fine if you're not EX3 actually. Like, all you really need to do is just wait until your SLB is activated. So then the next one you still have to wait, because you have to use her light imbue or light amp for the mod buff. So after you use the Diorha Type A number 2, then you'll be able to do more damage with the Hateful Blade, which is again her main damage source, and it is Extreme Nova Frames, which can perfectly chain with Extreme Nova Frames this time. Unlike her SLB, this one can perfectly chain. So this is what it's so weird that her ability is actually stronger than her SLB, right? But it is, because her SLB is just kind of just filler for just using her, getting that mod boost for the Hateful Blade, and that's basically it. She's very one-dimensional. She doesn't have very much uniqueness about her. And let's talk about 2B. So the perfect scenario, perfect rotation, is what you'd like to do is shift right away to her Brave Shift form, use her Brave Shift form LB, or if you'd like to imbue herself first, but don't use the amp first, because remember, it only lasts for basically one turn. You get one turn out of it basically. So what you like to do is use her Brave Shift LB, so that you get the 85 times mod boost for her base LB. You swapped right over right away. I'm gonna go ahead and get that this, and this is the, no, this is not, you still use that. There should be something in here. Oh, I forgot the killers are in a Brave Shift form. So I actually have to delay a little bit longer, depending if you're fighting these enemies. So if you are fighting these enemies, you should be getting these killers. It only lasts for one turn, strange. I didn't actually notice that. But still, 150% is fine. I didn't actually notice they last only one turn apparently, which is interesting. But still, even without the killers, use her Brave Shift LB, swap to her base, use all three of these abilities here for the light amp, the 400% attack buff, and also the light barrel of 140%. Then you want to, on the next turn, you want to go ahead and use her base LB for maximum damage possible. So you'll be able to get the 35% katana in parallel, you get the 85 times mod boost, and hopefully your morale is quite high at that point. hopefully Sylvie was able to generate enough morale for you. So that's really it. She is definitely a lot more versatile than A2. A2 is extremely one-dimensional. SLB, Hateful Blade, SLB, Hateful Blade. And she basically only has this really strong burst turn one time only, just like 2B does. But at least 2B can keep going with Sylvie's amp. After a certain point, you can use the lightning amp on her, perhaps. And hopefully sometime there'll be a light buffer so that you'll be able to get 100% amp on her over and over again, which would be quite nice, right? Anyways, with that being said, I think that's going to be it for this video. Thank you guys very much for watching. Appreciate you. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section down below. And to see you in the very next video. Peace.